Here I am.
Welcome back to.
I got. Oh, sour Skittles.
Enough sour Skittles. Can we play the game now?
I got business to attend to over here.
Come inside of my wormhole.
Okay. No.
I had a fucking stroke. Come inside my wormhole.
No. Okay. No.
I don't think I'd want to have sex with a woman that calls her pussy or asshole her wormhole.
Yeah, I wouldn't either.
Why don't you go fuck my ringworm?
Yeah, my hookworm.
Oh, it's like what's worse? Like, isn't a ringworm a Ouroboros? An Ouroboros? It's fucking crinkly fingers and fucking bat crab feet monsters. Oh, what the hell? All right,
time for him.
So this is the dream world. We're still playing this game.
We literally just started, and it's fucking death in our face.
Oh, I love when I get death in my face.
What's hitting me with fire, you fuck?
There's so many enemies coming everywhere in every direction.
Why every single time we start a new world, there's a fucking general in my face?
And why is there so many enemies coming from every direction?
I don't understand. I just want to be able to, like, breathe.
I just want to grow.
Whoa.
Get that Mikey.
Okay. And I open his chest like a potion.
This level might be too insane to even talk about the things that we need to talk about.
Oh, yeah. Like, I hate you and I hope you die.
Like the Dow Jones and the market of stocks.
My nasal complex.
Oh, here's something that we can talk about. Christian nearly died again.
I fell down the stairs and hit my head, and I was knocked unconscious for hours.
Yeah, and much like the last time, he was only able to tell me that he was in the hospital after being admitted into the hospital.
Well, to be fair, I don't remember anything after maybe about 10 or so that night, and then I woke up in...
Don't say that. Okay, no, I gotta block it out.
Yes, okay. I woke up in the hospital at 8 or 9 the next morning.
Yeah, and in true Cleo fashion, I'm sitting there and I'm texting him because I went back and I was like, I'm gonna beat all the Devil May Cry games because I never beat them all. And I went back and I was like, oh wow, it's amazing how better Devil May Cry 3 is compared to Devil May Cry 1. The mechanics, the camera's better. It's just that they understood the game. It's just so much better. The combos. And he's like, hey, by the way, I fell down the stairs and I nearly died. And I'm like, what the fuck? I was wondering why he didn't, because normally if I say something to Christian and he just wants to acknowledge it, he'll text me and he'll be like, can you fuck off and die? And that's his way of saying, like, I acknowledged it, but I don't have anything to say. Or it's just him being moody, but I can never tell, so I just
call me Judy in public.
I didn't call you Judy.
Oh, we're stuck.
Judge's Judas.
Judge's biggest Buddhist.
Judge's Jamboree. Yeah, so fuck it. And then he let a little nugget loose that apparently he may have or might have totally been drunk before he fucking fell down the stairs. And I told this man.
The dog. I don't know.
I think you did tell the audience members that that you got drunk one time and you threw your wife's grandmother's coasters into the window.
Yeah, I did that.
Yeah, and she was like, these were the last things that my grandmother ever left me before she died. And Christian's like, yeah, I threw them into the window.
She found pieces of them in the blinds.
I just love that part of it. It's just like, she just walks in, she just sees half a coaster hanging out of the blinds. She looks over, Christian's upside down and like folded into a beanbag chair or something, and he's just like, what happened? Oh, can you keep it down? I'm a little drunk. I
don't know what's worse. Is that worse, or finding me unconscious at the bottom of the stairs worse?
The stairs is worse. I can say that without a doubt.
Yeah, you're right. That probably is worse.
Yeah. So Christian's brain, his brain hit the front and back of his skull.
Yeah.
And his brain is bleeding. And
I had 3 CAT scans.
To be completely honest, when he told me that, I thought he was talking about like he had 2 brain bleeds in total. Like, this was a new brain bleed, and I thought he meant that that the brain bleed is what caused him to fall down the stairs. And then when he told me that, oh no, he was probably probably drunk, I was like, okay, that's better, but not by much, because it still means that my best friend's going to kill himself and fall down the stairs.
Well, it was funny because Scott literally told me, he was just like, how are you not dead?
Yeah, and he's the fucking guy that got you drunk the last fucking time you got in trouble.
Because things keep happening to me, and okay, so it's like, okay, I had a giant bruise on my one elbow, a smaller bruise on my other elbow, a bruise on each knee, no broken fingers, no broken toes, no broken anything, just, not dead yet. Knock on whatever wood I think this might be.
I like how my response is stop drinking. His response is, oh, wow, you didn't die.
Yeah.
what a fucking great guy this fucking Scott is.
Nothing kills you.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah.
Well, what is he? He's just walk in and shoot you 3 times with a fucking 357 Magnum and be like, wow, let's see if you live through this, bitch.
That's what he would do. He would just walk in the door and just shoot me in the face and be like, oh, you didn't die, okay.
Oh, wait, I guess you didn't die, Pilgrim.
You didn't die.
What the fuck? I hate this motherfucker. I've never even met the motherfucker.
What the fuck are you doing?
I don't know.
You're just procrastinating.
Yeah, so it sounded like to me like that Christian had some kind of brain cancer, and I was like, great, so he's just gonna keep getting brain bleeds and die. But I guess this is better, because it means that maybe if he stops drinking and Scott stops trying to kill him, then maybe he could live to see the fucking the ripe old age of 30.
We're going to get subs tomorrow.
Yeah. Can he keep your blood alcohol level sub-death?
Well, I'm not allowed to drink.
Good.
I'm also not allowed to lift anything over, I think 10 pounds.
Is that forever, or is that for now?
For now, until they know for sure that the brain bleeding has 100% gone away.
Yeah, because I told my boss, who was out on surgery, she just came back, and I told her, she asked me if your boss was still there, and I was like, yeah, he's there, but he laid my fucking friend off. And she was like, why? And I was just like, I don't know, cut costs, but the only reason I'm here is because of him. And now he doesn't work here anymore. And she was like, well, did he apply to come back and work? And I was just like, yeah, well, he kind of fell down the stairs and nearly died again. So I don't think he's in the position to be working right now.
Definitely not.
Because you would have to be lifting shit that's over, 20, 30 pounds.
Yeah, like Scott and I are going to get subs tomorrow, and he's literally taking me to get my groceries.
What am I killing? Oh, okay. There we
because
go.
Lifting, a case of water bottles is too heavy for me, technically.
Yeah. I asked Christian if he wanted me to help him lift anything, but he didn't say to do that, so I didn't.
Yeah, I want you to lift your fucking ugly, disgusting face out of my life.
Now, why would you say that to me?
Because I want to pick up that.
What did that say about Mikey being dead?
Oh, something, homosexual.
And speaking of scares, this isn't like a life or death scare, but, I got disability money, finally.
Oh, you finally got it.
I'm fairly certain I mentioned how I was trying to get disability, and they kept making me fill out the same fucking forms and send them in, so... Finally, I actually got disability, and I was still concerned whether or not I was actually going to get it, because they told me that I was qualified for it, and then they told me that I was approved, and then they were like, but still keep sending the fucking paperwork in. So I finally got the disability money, and it was like $300, and I was just like, sick. That's more than I thought I was gonna get. I assumed they were gonna give me like $100, just be like, here, you can spend it nothing, fuck off.
$3.
They gave me like $300. I was like, great. I opened another envelope that I got, and it was like, here's a bill for $1,500, and I was just like, yeah, my disability ain't gonna pay for that. So I was like, and it was for anesthesia. And I was like, I didn't get a bill for anything else for the surgery. I got it for anesthesia. So I was like, great. So anesthesia is not covered. So everyone I talked to was like, no, it should be covered. And then So I called them, and they were like, we don't have anything we don't like have any bills on the record for you. So we called the actual anesthesia place, and they were like, and the fucking woman, the woman that I called at the Medicare or whatever the fuck it is, Medicaid, the woman that I talked to, she sounded like a nice older lady, and she was just like, all right, well, let's call them and let's see what's going on. And then the woman that we actually got put on a conference call with, she was like, yeah, we need, they didn't send it over to us, so if you had that information, that'd be great.
Yeah, a lot of people are just like, what do you want me to die?
Yeah,
do you want to die? I'll kill you if you want.
To be fair, we were calling like 5 minutes before the closing time, but it was just like when somebody's like, hello, my name is such and such, I'm calling, this line is recorded, I'm here with this person, we have a question. And as a normal person, can you get over here? A normal person would be like, oh yeah, sure, let's figure this out. Not like, yeah, what do you want? Yeah, can we get this over with? Yeah, I don't have that information. You need to give it to me. All right, give it to me. It's like, why? Nobody gave her. I feel like we missed a lot of shit in this level.
I feel like we did too.
I don't know. We're gonna go back. Let's go back for like a second and then come back. All right, let's go back.
Wait, let's go over. Do we miss something over there, like behind there? Yeah, see, I think we missed over there.
She was like, should we give it 3 to 5 days for payment? And then the woman was like, well, we don't do that. You do? So that's entirely up to you how long it takes for it to go through. That has nothing to do with me. And then the woman was like, oh, yeah, okay, well, I was just asking. I just wanted to make sure. And it was just like, she's a nice old lady. You can tell by her voice she's an older lady. Can you be nice to her? Do you have to give her a fucking attitude?
Take that fucking cock out of your mouth for a second?
Yeah, and then we get off the phone, and she was just like, okay, Brandon, is there anything else that I can help you with? And I was just like, no, that's all I really needed right now. And she was like, yeah, you might get bills in the future. Just call us and give us, or just call the people and give them your healthcare number. And I was like, yeah, I'm glad that I had healthcare because I didn't have it before my appendix exploded, and they were able to hook me up with it and get it retroactive. And then all of a sudden she goes, oh no. And I go, oh no? What? Oh no, what? And she goes, it says here that your coverage started on February 1st, but the surgery took place on January 11th. And I was like, yeah, that's what retroactive means. Means it goes back in time, right? And she was just like, oh god, we have to call them back. And I was like, we gotta do what? We gotta call them back? Why? We just called them, why do we don't gotta call them back.
We don't have to do that.
We have it figured out. And she was just like, okay, we're calling them back. And I go, they're closing in like 2 minutes, do we? We don't gotta call them back. They're not gonna answer. We'll just hang up the phone. We'll just hang up. And then all of a sudden we're back on a phone call with a different lady who was nicer. And then she gave them a different number. And then she was like, all right, everything's set. All right, goodbye. And then she hung up with them. And then she was like, okay, Brandon, now we're all settled. And I was like, so I don't gotta pay that $1,500, right? And she was like, no. What happens is you have blank, but they were about to charge it to blank, and we just needed to make sure that it was being charged to blank instead of blank. And I was like, but I have, so you were just, it was just an accounting error. I was like, so you. I still don't know what the fuck she did. So I guess I'm covered by Medicaid for the whole year, but they were going to charge it to the health insurance plan that Medicaid goes through, and that's not okay. It made no sense to me at all, but she made it sound like I had no coverage when it was just how they had to bill it. But it scared the shit out of me. So that's my anticlimactic story.
That would have scared the shit out of me too.
But it scared the shit out of me because I really thought that they were going to tell me that my retroactive coverage was not retroactive. And then if they were actually going to try to get me to pay it, I was going to be like, no, because you can't tell me that you're going to give me retroactive coverage, and then when I need to use it, you don't give it to me.
Right, like that's the point of having the retroactive coverage.
Yeah. It's like with the disability shit. I was just like, if you guys don't want to pay me, then don't tell me that I'm approved for it. Or that I'm qualified for it. Because if I'm qualified for it and I'm sending in the shit that you want, and then you don't give me the money, or you just have me running around in circles, just tell me that I'm not qualified. I don't fucking know. I'm not gonna sit there and read all the terms and services of why I'm not certified. If somebody tells me I'm not certified, if they're not gonna pay me, they're not gonna pay me. But don't tell me you're gonna pay me and then don't pay me.
That doesn't make any sense.
So I'm gay, and that's my life story.
Oh, well, that's okay. You're accepted here.
Am I, though?
No.
Shit.
Oh.
I've been watching fucking speedrun videos. No. I've been watching speedrun videos lately. I like the idea of people dedicating themselves to, like the competition aspect. I like that shit. But it's just when you think about speedrunning, it's such a weird fucking thing. Like you're restarting the game over and over and over and over again to see if you can do a glitch right.
Yeah, exactly. Because it's not like most of the time it's not playing the game really like the way it's supposed to be played well. It's like fucking the game up.
Yeah, like it's cool to see somebody break the game and play through the game fast, but to me, I play games to play them and then finish them. And I don't like any game long enough to play it for hundreds of thousands of hours.
Well, you play games for the experience of the game, like, most people would.
But like I said, I like games a lot, but the thing is, like, to be competitive, you have to do the glitches. And I know that there's certain categories where you can play the whole game without glitches and stuff.
I think we can go back to the
How can we hack up there?
I think we gotta go back to it where the guy was over there. My brain don't work so good sometimes.
My brain don't work so good sometimes.
And by sometimes I mean kind of all the time.
Oh yeah, speaking of playing games for the experience, fucking, well, actually, first of all, like, oh my god! Okay.
Okay.
When I got to Devil May Cry 5, I'm kind of torn on Devil May Cry 5 because it starts off and it's really fucking awesome.
Oh, it starts all good.
But then they make you play as fucking they make you play as fucking Slender Magoo, fucking Marilyn Manson man. And he's fucking gross. Like they keep zooming in on his fucking mouth and his lips, and I don't understand.
I
don't understand it.
Penis?
No. Oh. And he's super skinny, and he's just gross, and I don't like him. And he fucking wears fucking sandals, Birkenstocks. I don't want to look at the guy's feet the whole fucking game. It's fucking gross.
Like a foot bash is gross.
It's just you're dropping a foot on me right now, and I don't really like it.
No, it makes you hot and gross.
But it's fucking stupid because they keep writing Dante out of the series. Like, they keep making him like a background or supporting character. And any other fucking series would have just made Nero like a spin-off series. Like, this is the Devil May Cry series where you play as Nero. And then Dante is the main series. And if you don't like Nero, then don't play Nero's games. But they're forcing you to play as Nero. So if you don't like Nero, but you want to play as Dante, then
go fuck yourself.
You gotta play as Nero. And it's stupid. And then it's even worse.
Where did we come from?
I don't know.
Did we come from this?
Yeah, we came from that. Because Devil May Cry
fell off, that's right.
Devil May Cry 4, it's not as bad playing as Nero because Nero has a devil trigger, so so his combos are different, and he's got the weird motorcycle sword. So he's different enough, but yet somewhat similar to Dante, where like you're like, okay, this isn't. But he doesn't have devil trigger in 5.
But he doesn't have a PP trigger.
He's got like the robo arms, and they're all the robo arms are different, and they break after using them for once.
Oh, Chibi Robo.
So you literally, and you're switching between 3 different characters. They all have slightly different play styles. V is just I hate him.
V. Like the game?
We're breaking the game again.
Well,
like V
summons
summons a crow and a fucking panther.
Not a crawdad.
He summons a crow and a panther and a big muscle man. And when his levels, you just lock onto something and then just spam all the summon buttons until all the things are dead.
Spam's a delicacy in Hawaii.
And I'm like, why is this a game? Why is this in my Devil May Cry game, please? And yeah, so fucking, but it's kind of like the Yakuza 5 treatment, where like, the reason you switch between the characters is because the characters all have different points of view in the story, and they all culminate and make a fucking, I don't care. I don't care about the fucking story. And if the gameplay is gonna suffer to tell the story, like, it's one thing if you play through the game 3 times and you get 3 different endings. That's one thing. But to force me to play through the game, or to force me to play as different characters through one game, it's stupid. Because I don't want to play as V, and quite frankly, I don't want to play as Nero.
Where the hell are we going?
I don't know. Dante is overpowered in 5, and he's the best character in 5. So you want to play as him the whole time. But you can't, because story. And I don't play fucking video games for story. I'd read a fucking book if I wanted a fucking story.
I'll give you a book. Show me your book. I'll show you my book. You bookman.
That's something that I will go down in the annals of history on. I am the most consistent when it comes to why I play video games. I fucking don't play video games for story. They're fucking video games, not video story, you fucking pieces of garbage.
Well, that's what I'm trying to do with Jordan. I'm trying to give her, like, a deadline. I'm trying to give her a deadline, because if she doesn't have one, she's gonna do, like, okay, like what you did when you were in school. Like, oh, well, I have... my research paper is due in a month and, 2 weeks. So, in a month and 1 week, you start your research paper.
So, you're gonna have to explain to the folks at home, what the fuck you're talking about.